Shalom, Akim. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule very well. Let's continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And peace and safety to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the hopeful elect. That's a sincere Akim that's also doing his work. And our faith choose sincerity and all diligence. Now, the topic that I want to get into is going to be entitled Remember Thy Creator. Okay? And the reason why I'm bringing out this video, or this lesson, should I say, is because this is just to bring out another example that this work that we're involved in is it ties into the whole doctrine, should I say, or should I say the entire scriptures in itself, the entire Bible, because Yahweh Shai, that calls to mind Yahweh Shai when he met this person who claimed that he kept the law, statutes, commandments from his youth up until he met him. And then Yahweh Shai pretty much told him that, look, there's one more commandment that I put forth, is that you sell everything you have and follow me. All right, and he couldn't do it, and he left off sorrowful. All right, you can pretty much look that up if y'all want to. That's pretty much, I'm pretty sure the Akim already know where it is. But the reason why I explained that is because what he was basically telling them was that pretty much to sell everything that you got and follow after him. In other words, to teach, all right, and to learn, all right, and to do the same work that Yahweh Shai did, and he couldn't do it. He wasn't able to do that. All right. But how it ties into this lesson is that pretty much this work hangs all the laws, man. Yahweh Shai made that statement too about this is the commandment which hangs all the laws. All right. And now that calls to mind also to where it says in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8, it describes this book as the book of the law. All right. And also too, it calls to mind another precept where it says, for lo, I come in the volume of the book is written of me. All right. So in other words, doing this work, ties into everything that's contained within the scriptures. All right. Because by default, as we're doing the work, it's gonna call to mind all the things that are written. All right. That's why it's called remember. All right, or remembrance. All right. Now this scripture right here, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. It's like it, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right. So it said, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. All right. In other words, it is not only ties into the work that we're doing, because you have the majority of Jake, or majority of us that are in this truth, in this knowledge is we're young, man, and we have occasion that we have people up in age, Jacob in age, that come into the truth as well. They're up in age, they pretty much they pretty much in the 40s or 50s, man. All right. So also what the scripture is talking about is that when it says remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, in other words, it's saying bring to mind, all right, or cause to remember. And actually, let me get the word, and I'm gonna show you rather than tell you. All right. Now let the scripture speak for itself. It says right here is sakar, right? Now the words for it says remember, mention, remembrance, recorder. All right, because we make mention of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai as we constantly do the work. All right, and we pretty much whenever we're studying, and things of that nature, keeping ourselves busy, keeping the flame burning. All right, and keep replenishing the oil. Now it says to remember, recall, call to mind. All right, to remember, recall, to be brought to remembrance. All right. Now, how is somebody brought to remembrance? Somebody, they gotta have a teacher. All right. Because there's another scripture where it says, there I therefore stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance. All right. And that's what we're doing, man. We're stirring up the pure minds by way of remembrance. And what's that? Doing the work. All right. Teaching. Putting up videos. Okay. And it says, let's see, it says, be thought of, be brought to mind, be remembered, to cause to remember. Right. Once again, that's doing the work, man. All right. Because we're causing Jake to remember Yahweh Shem Yahushua because they forgot about him. All right. That's why we're out there. All right. Remind, to cause to be remembered, keep in remembrance, to mention. All right. Once again, we make mention of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in the name, to record, to make a memorial, make remembrance. All right. And let's see, it says to remember by implication, to mention. All right. And it says right here, got burn incense. All right. Earnestly, Slacky, some pulled up. It says earnestly, be male, make mention of, be mindful, recount, record, remember, make to be remembered, bring, call, come, keep, or put to remembrance or in remembrance, still think on. All right, and pretty much says will, and that's pretty much it on this definition, man. All right, so to remember, to recollect, to bring to mind. Okay, so once again, it ties into this work. That's why the scriptures say, being to remain diligent, man. All right. That's also why the apostle elders, starting with the apostle elders, this is they pretty much deemed this year as the year of death, destruction, and diligence, man. Now last year was the year of the push. All right. Why is that, man? Because if you see what's going on now, it should, like it says in 2 Peter, I believe, it says, what manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, seeing all these things be dissolved? So in other words, you're seeing all these things happen. What manner of person should you be, man? All right. That's why it says, remember now that I created in the days that I used, while the evil days come not. All right, because that evil day is talking about the siege, man. All right, the siege on Jake. All right, martial law, the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay. It also says, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Okay. It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And that's pretty much it on that. I hit the point. I'm gonna go from there. I'm gonna get the book of let's see, Ecclesiastes 9. Yeah, bear with me for 1 second. All right, it's Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 12. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net. All right. So it's talking about, man, in other words, it's just saying that you don't know the times, man. You don't know when your house is going to return, man. We don't know what time when your house is going to return, man. He's going to return as a thief in the night. But us here that's in the know, we're gauging, when he's near. All right. And we see that now. Okay. It says, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net. All right. What's that evil net, man? In other words, be taken up by the martial law troops, man. Cast into prison. All right. And as the birds that are caught in a snare. All right. Once again, like I was saying before, man, that martial law, when basically Jacob's trouble, like is described in Jeremiah 30, man. All right. That's the time that we're coming into. All right. Which is known as Jacob's trouble. All right. When Jacob's going to get carted off to these concentration camps, man. Okay. It says, so are the son of men snared in an evil time, when it follows suddenly upon them. All right. And also too, it's talking about with the fishes and the birds, man. Whenever you spring a trap, for a bird or a fish, that fish, that bird can't do anything about it, man. Once it's sit there, and when they get caught up in it, they can't get up out of it. All right. And that's what's actually going to happen to Jake during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? Because that's why the scripture say in Proverbs chapter 1, it says, then shall I call upon me, but I will not answer. And the reason why is that is because, they had all the time in the world to, get the mind right, but they put it off. All right? And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. You're going to have people that's going to be last minute Jake, so to speak, people that like to do things at the last minute, that's what's going to happen. Okay? It's going to be last minute when they, when they see hell break loose, and then they want to get right, man. All right? I mean, that's how Jake is. And yeah, that's pretty much it on that, man. I just wanted to bring out that pretty much, stay in the work, which is the whole basis behind this video, is just to stay diligent, man. That's why scriptures say, blessed is he that keepeth his garments, lest he shall be found naked and they see his shame. All right, and blessed is the man that continually watch, man, for he does not know what hour his Lord cometh. Okay. So it's just pretty much a video on keeping diligence, man. Just to stay, pretty much stay in the work, man. Stay in the faith and remain diligent, man. Keep your hands on the plow, And that doesn't mean just going out, every Saturday, because you have Jake that will go out every Saturday and that's it, man. But just keep your hands busy, man. All right. I mean, that's pretty much. If you're in this truth, by default you're gonna do that. All right. Because what else you got in this world, man? What else you got to fall back on in this world, man? We don't have anything in this world to go to, all right? Because we're not of the world. Everything that's in this world, man, we shun that, man. All right? That's why I read earlier in Ecclesiastes 12, it says, in the day when they shall say, he hath no pleasure in them, or I have no pleasure in them. Slack you. Because we don't have pleasure in this world, man. All right? There's nothing here for us. But pretty much, man, that was it on that. Like I said, man, hopefully I can be edified with this video. And until next time, Lord willing, I'll be up with the live stream pretty soon, and with some more videos, more lessons, Lord will. But once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory once again to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone that rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect that's also doing this work in all diligence and all faith, true, and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.